first Europeans to live in New Zealand were the sealers and whalers. They carved their history on whales' teeth and with delicate skill recorded their fear and admiration for the huge mammals. From the old and new world, sailors followed the whale migration to the lonely sounds and inlets of Marlborough. Cloudy Bay became the most famous whaling rendezvous in the world, and with ships flying flags of all nations anchored there, one of the most lawless places on the globe. This activity lasted a few short years, but some of the whalers established a shore-based station in nearby Tory Channel. The station, one of the world's oldest, has been in continuous operation for 140 years. It's mainly the sperm whale that is now hunted by Marlborough whalers. When one sounds, it can stay often for 2.5 hours before coming up for air and back to danger. The sperm's underwater course must be plotted and the ship's engines stopped, waiting for it to blow again. Modern whalers need not fear their quarry, but size, strength and spirit still compel respect. The harpoon carries a grenade head for exploding seconds after impact. Death is quick. The average catch is 50 to 60 feet long, a ton a foot. While the chaser Orca carries on its hunt, following Marlborough's eastern coast from Kaikoura to Cook Strait, aircraft overhead shuttle across the strait, carrying passengers and freight. Twice a day, ferries cross the strait, linking the North Island's road and rail head at Wellington with Picton in the south. The scow Echo still carries on a tradition of a twice-weekly service across the strait to Blenheim. At high tide, slowly feeling her way, Echo eases over the Wairau Bar, where sand and shingle have trapped many a vessel. River trade in Marlborough started in the late 1840s, when the first vessel crossed the bar bringing supplies to squatters in the Wairau and Awateri valleys. This little vessel, which has tramped to and from Wellington since 1918, has also sailed the wide Pacific, doing war service with the United States Navy. After Cook Strait storms and a treacherous river bar, she must nudge her way up the winding, tree-snarled river. After Cook Strait storms and a treacherous river bar, she must nudge her way up the winding, tree-snarled river. Sealers came with the whalers. They quickly killed off the large seal colonies around the Kaikoura Peninsula and left with their cargoes of fur and oil. Seals are protected now, and each year the population multiplies on the same ancient haunts. They're left in peace to feed on the enemies of crayfish, squid and octopus. Seabirds too find refuge when they come back each year to their breeding grounds on the rocky Kaikoura Coast. Throughout the summer, campers and travellers follow the long coastline reaching from Goose Bay to the Marlborough Sounds. There's an exodus from towns and cities in December and January when New Zealanders take their Christmas holidays by the sea. Swimming in Pacific lagoons, catching butterfish with spear or net, or pulling up full cray pots. As long as there's sun and sea and plenty of fish, it's a paradise for campers. Batches, motels and motor camps edge the main highway until it reaches the northern town of Picton. At the head of Queen Charlotte Sound, Picton is the South Island's front door, turnaround port for the drive-on, drive-off ferries. With each arrival, Aramoana brings more visitors to the Marlborough Sounds. Picton is a holiday town and harbour for small craft, launches, yachts and water taxis that sail the Sounds. Pleasure craft fan out to the most popular sounds, Queen Charlotte, Kenepuru, Mahau and Pelorus, to cruise and fish along 600 miles of sheltered sea waterways. Some like the popular places and come back year after year to join friends at hotels and guest houses scattered along the bays and inlets. Others prefer the seclusion of remote beach cottages. lucky people who can live aboard their own boats or charter a launch, there are hundreds of miles for cruising. Bay of many coves, 4 Fathom Bay, Ship Cove, Tennyson Inlet, and World's End. Names to lure a yacht further into the filigree of inlets and fjords.